Yo, what is up, man? It's your boy, Damn D, and I'm here to give you the live news. And today, we got Kyrie Irving doing his first press conference as a Dallas Maverick. All right, and in this, he's going to explain why he left the Brooklyn Nets and why he did not want to play there anymore. So let's get straight into it, man.
Super excited, grateful for the opportunity. Really feel wanted, and I know that they had to give up some pieces for me to get here, so I don't take that for granted. Shout out to Mr. Cuban, shout out to the whole entire front office, the Dallas organization. I've been here for about 48 hours or a little bit more than that, and it's been nothing but a warm embrace and nothing but genuine love. So I'm just taking it 1 minute at a time and just focus on what I can control, which is how I prepare, and I just come in every single day and be consistent. Yeah, I think I'm gonna use this opportunity to just talk about the business that we're in. It's as a player, it's very emotional because you build lifelong relationships and you want to hold on to them. And it's a brotherhood, it's a sisterhood. We all love each other in unconditional ways when we want to see each other do well. So, the reporting and the journalism that was going to come out of why I left, I knew that was going to be speculation. But for me personally, just sitting in the seat today, I just know I want to be places where I'm celebrated and not just tolerated or just kind of dealt with in a way that doesn't make me feel respected.
He said that I want to go somewhere that I'm celebrated and not tolerated. Very important right there. Very important.
This is where I'm celebrated and not just tolerated or out of why I left. I knew that was going to be speculation. But for me personally, just sitting in the seat today, I just know I want to be places where I'm celebrated and not just tolerated or just kind of dealt with in a way that doesn't make me feel respected. There were times throughout this process when I was in Brooklyn where I felt very disrespected and my talent. I work extremely hard at what I do. No one ever talks about my work ethic though. Everyone talks about what I'm doing off the floor. So I just want to change that narrative, write my own story, and just continue to prepare in the gym. And now that I'm in Dallas, just focus on what I can control, like I said. And I'm always going to be close with those guys in Brooklyn, just like I'm close with the guys in Boston, just like I'm close to the guys in Cleveland. It is a team competitive sport, but we care about each other's families way more off the court. So I know the relationships will extend off. I'm just focused on preparing to win.
I respect that, man. He said he felt disrespected in Brooklyn. Let's play that again, just in case you didn't hear it.
Kind of dealt with in a way that doesn't make me feel respected. And there were times throughout this process when I was in Brooklyn where I felt very disrespected.
Wow.
And my talent, I work extremely hard at what I do. No one ever talks about my work ethic though. Everyone talks about what I'm doing off the floor. So I just want to.
Nobody talks about his work ethic. They only talk about what he does off the court, which is very sad, Stephen A. Smith. He's basically talking about Stephen A. Smith because Stephen A. Smith is the only one that, he's like the ringleader of the person that's talking about what he's doing off the court instead of what he's doing on the court. What we hear Stephen A. Smith bashing Kyrie Irving more than celebrating him as the wizard he is on the court.
Change that narrative, write my own story, and just continue to prepare in the gym. And now that I'm in Dallas, just focus on what I can control, like I said. And I'm always going to be close with those guys in Brooklyn, just like I'm close to the guys in Boston, just like I'm close to the guys in Cleveland. It is a team competitive sport, but we care about each other's families way more off the court. So I know those relationships will extend off. I'm just focused on preparing to win. I think that's another day where I could really go into detail about it. I'm not the person to really speak on names and go to someone behind their back and try to leak stuff to the media. That's never been me. Now, I've been an audience member of watching people say things about me that ultimately just fall off my shoulder.
Stephen
really,
A.
In a place
Stephen A.
I'm grateful that I got to grow into over the last year and a half, 2 years. Spending time away from the basketball court gave me time to really appreciate life in a new way. And I just know I need healthy boundaries, especially in this entertainment business. There's a lot of disrespect that goes on with people's families, with their names, and I'm just not with it. So it's not personal against any of those guys against in the front office. It's just what I'm willing to accept. And I took a chance, and luckily and fortunately, the Dallas Mavericks picked me up. So it's just all what I can control.
I respect that. So in my opinion, he's definitely talking about Stephen A. Smith and he's talking about the Brooklyn Nets at the same time, because once again, who's the person that always talks about what he does or what he don't do, right? Stephen A. Smith is the only person that really just go overboard with all this. He's not available. He did this. He did that. He did that. So, in my opinion, he definitely taking shots at Stephen A. Smith and the Nets organization.
I mean, we could sit here all day, man. I think we probably could go through the timeline of all the reports since I first came into Brooklyn. But the greatest lesson I could share with you that I learned from signing in Brooklyn for free agency is I wish I would have got to know the people that were behind the organization. I went in there and was just a kid with a dream on my mind with KD, and we wanted to bring a championship to a young organization. They were only around for 6 years. I grew up a New Jersey Nets fan. It's in my blood. I cheer for them. But when things start to change and you're not getting transparency and honesty from people in the front office or people around you, I mean, wow. I don't know what person feels comfortable or confident in that type of environment. Woo! And again, I don't want to go into too many details because it's water on the bridge now. Like, I wish them well. I left them in 4th place. I did what I was supposed to do. Took care of my teammates. Was incredibly selfless in my approach to leading. And I just want to do all the right things for myself, not to appease anybody that had something negative to say about me or they judge me. This basketball game, it's fun. I don't want to keep it that way. I want to stay competitive and just work hard. So
I respect that.
I mean, obviously he wished things could have gone differently.
So right there, he's talking about the Nets organization, man. He said, one thing that I wish I would have did is really get to know the people behind the scenes, really get to know the managers, really get to know who they really are. You know what I mean? Because we see how they disrespected him. We see how they handled him, and they definitely mishandled him in the fashion of that whole anti-Semitic BS. You know what I mean? So this is I respect Kyrie for opening up a little bit. I'm sure Kyrie Irving want to say a lot more, but he don't want to, he don't want to burn no bridges right now. But I'm sure we gonna get a 30-30 once he retires, because I'm sure he got a lot to say.
I wish things could have gone differently. We came together in about 2018, 19, kind of when that finals happened, and we weren't coming together to plan what team we were going to, but we just had goals together, and it wasn't just as a duo. We were seeing ourselves as savants in the culture that we wanted to teach the youngins, and if we got some young guys that were willing to sacrifice and buy into what we got going on, then we were going to flourish, we felt. But it just didn't work out, and we still remain brothers. But it is a business at the end of the day, as we always say, and I gotta look out for my family, and ultimately I want to be at peace every time I come into work, rather than things hanging over my head or wondering what people think about me in the building, or whether or not a report's gonna come out tomorrow that I don't talk to my teammates, which is untrue. And then, I just felt like being in New York City, in the media capital of the world, there was so many things that leaked out that I don't even know where they came from, and I'm answering things that I don't deserve, and ultimately I don't pay attention to that much. So I'm just grateful that I got to move on now here.
LeBron, a couple times said he wants to like he wants to hit, probably still does the play. What does that mean to you when he's kind of been in your corner and wants to reunite?
I'm grateful for the opportunity, but I think you heard in this interview, like, as much as the what ifs I would love to focus on and cherish, and what could have been or what should be, I have to shift my focus to what we have going on here, and that's what brings me peace. Is just taking care of what I can control in here, and really embracing my teammates and being one of the leaders on our team alongside the coaching staff in the front office of just exemplifying what greatness looks like, and that's just worrying about the work, chopping wood and carrying water, like I tweeted the other day. It's just the same thing every day, and just growing as a human being. So I think to not talk too much here, but me and Bron have grown as human beings, and it's always gonna be my brother, always gonna have.
Oh, this is where he talks about LeBron James. I think I want to make another video about that. Yeah, this is where he talks about LeBron James. I'm gonna make another video about that probably tomorrow. But yeah, I just want to drop this video. It definitely feels like he's talking about Stephen A. Smith when he's talking about people only talk about what he does outside of the court, and he also talks about the organization of the Brooklyn Nets, man, that he felt disrespected. He didn't feel like they talked about his game enough, and he didn't feel appreciated, and they mishandled him. You know what I mean? Which is, I mean, we've seen exactly how they treated Kyrie, man, and it's definitely unfortunate. But I'm glad that he's in a good place. I'm glad that he's in Dallas, and let's see what happens in the rest of the season. Other than that, your boy Damn D signing out, y'all. Peace.